Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mission Control for a future-focused video. In this video, we're going to talk about keyless macro target. In version 17 of Titan, you can specify which console and macro any keyless applies to when fired in a multi-console setup. By default, all macros and all queues will follow the global playback option. By default, this is the master console. Global option also can be changed in the keyless playback options. On soft keys options, then select the playback, and then the playback tab. Run macros with the following options. Off, the macro links will not fire, but can be configured individually. Master console, macro links will run on the main console on a multi-console system. This is the default. Source console, the macro links will run on the console that fired the playback. All consoles, macro links will run on all consoles in a multi-console system. Disabled, macro links will not run, regardless of individual settings, so you turn it off wholesale. If required, the target console can be specified on a per queue/macro basis. Selecting one of the macros out keys after selecting one or more of the macro cells in the keyless playback view window will reveal a new runs on soft key toggle where you can specify the individual macro behavior for that queue as follows. Off, macro link will not fire. Master console, macro link will run on the main console in a multi-user system. Source console, the macro link will run on the console that fired the playback. All consoles, the macro link will run on all consoles in a multi-user system. Global, macro link will follow the global keyless behavior. This is the default. So let's have a look at that. Here I'm on version 17 of Titan with the standard Titan Go interface running a Titan Mobile or T3 connected. And you can see I've got a queue list here with some macros listed here on it. If I check my playback options for this queue list, I can then see that the macros run on the master console was the default, or I can set it to be off, they won't run, the source console, whichever one I'm hitting the go button on, all consoles, or disabled. If I leave it set to master console and exit out of the menu, when I hit go on my queue list here, when I get to my third queue, you can see that it opens up my fixture window for me. If it go again, it opens up goes and beams, go again, my capture visualizer, and we loop back around. This have a console linked in multi-user. Go ahead and bring that up. We see here I've got a console here in the Titan Go virtual interface. So if I was to change my option for this to be all consoles, and then exit on out of here. Now if we hit go, we can see that it opens up the fixtures on both consoles, goes and beams on both consoles, and of course the visualizer on both consoles. So I'll go ahead and go back around on my queue list, back to queue 1, and go ahead and close all these windows. If I change my options to be source consoles, and exit out, when I hit go on the main console, I get to the fixtures window, it opens up. If I hit go on the secondary console, we see that it go beams opens there, but not on the main console. If we hit go on the main console again, we see the visualizer opens, but it did not open on our secondary console. And I'll go ahead and close all these windows again. I can also set it here again. If I change it, I can set it to be disabled, and of course it won't work on any of them, regardless of what other settings we use. Or I can set it to be off. And now if we exit out of here, we see that if we play the queue list around, none of the macros fire anywhere. We can also set it on a per macro basis. So if I was to click on it here in the main one and click on the fixtures window and change it to a global setting, which is currently set to off, set it to be this one runs on master console. And I'll set this one to be source console. I'll set this one to be all. And then exit out of here, and we'll just release this real quick, start from scratch. Make go on my first queue. When I get to my third queue, see that the fixtures beams opens up my master console, but not the secondary. If I hit go on the secondary console, we can see that it opens on the secondary console, but not the master console. I hit go again, this time on the master console. We can see the visualizer opens up on both at the same time. That has been targeting macros and a key list. I hope you learned something. Join us on Facebook at Avolites US. Join us here next time. Please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.
Wheel stop.
Roger, we'll stop Discovery. Welcome back. A great ending to the new beginning.